We call meeting to order, everybody. This is the special events committee meeting. It's Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. It's 2 p.m. We're at the CCFC meeting. At this time, I'd like to verify a quorum by roll call attendance. We'll start with their meeting.
Nick Romo, present.
Deb Reed here. Dorian Ware.
Brother Young.
Martin, myself.
Nikki Cannon from Parks and Rec.
Nikki Patton, Parks and Rec Director.
Allison Iskowitz, Events Volunteer Manager.
Thank you. Are there any other comments at this time? Okay, Deb.
Unless you want me to wait until we get to the,
No, you can do it now.
You can do it, yeah.
basically it's on father and daughter dance. And, so I did go there and volunteer. And we did discuss this, and is it possible, maybe for a 1-year trial, to maybe flip the nights because of rodeo day, maybe the parents are taking their kids out of town right after that. Maybe do it Thursday night, do the rodeo days, and just do a 1-year trial. And then the adults, because the adults are gonna attend more on a Friday night weekend, because they're gonna drink and they're gonna consider it their weekend night. And also what I was thinking, I looked this up too, is I think from what I have heard and everything, people and observing when you go to Epcot or whatever, people like tribute bands instead of unknown bands, if they don't know who they are, if they don't Google them or whatever. And I looked up, I mean, we could get the Beatles, you could get Queen, you could, and that attracts, this town has a lot of that kind of, age group of people. So you either got the young, you got the older, and you've got some in the middle and everything, but kind of like maybe that's what you do, you look at tribute bands from now on. Yeah, you might have to pay a little bit more, but I think you'll get a better attendance on that. And the only other thing is, next year for the tattoos, I seen I had to fill in, let's get bigger ones. You
Tiny ones, yeah.
Individual.
I understand.
Yes, individual. But otherwise, I thought it was decorative beautifully and everything and everybody.
I was gonna snip their fingers because they're like,
Yeah.
you're like.
But I wasn't with the store. Not a crime, yes, actually. Anybody else?
At this time, I'd like to adopt the agenda. If are there any comments on the agenda as written, any additions or corrections or moving around or anything like that? Anything?
Second. We leave it as is.
So you said a second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay, action item number 4 is approval of minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes, please? Second?
Yeah.
Second. Any comments, corrections, or anything, any changes? Go ahead.
Under section 4, number 1, it says Deb motion first, Carla, wait a minute. Sorry, section 3 of Dr. Agenda, says Deb motion first, Carla motion first, so it should be second. Sorry, I didn't supposed to be. These things too much. And then on page 3, under light up to the night glow party, there's extra spacing. Are they gonna be able to just do remote edits? That it? Yeah.
Then other than those couple, anything else? Okay, so motion to approve of corrections, second, all in favor? Special events updates.
All right. So just a reminder that this will be the final meeting before the new committee switches in. So the deadline for applications is April 15th. So if you have not submitted yours yet, please do so. And then the board should be choosing the next committee come April 22nd, to where our first official meeting will be in May. So just keep that timeline in mind. As far as the the restructuring a little bit within the events department. We restructured the roles in the sense of what Chris's previous role was. So we have hired a new event supervisor. Her name is Suzanne Miller. She is going to actually be starting on Thursday. And then if you're at the food truck battle on Saturday, she will be with me. So please swing by and say hello. As far as event specific goes, all the eggs for the egg hunt came in. So those are stored right now over in the kitchen area. So we're all set there. The Greg Warren band was not available on May 1st, unfortunately. And then finally, I did reach out to the Noah's Ark Landing Petting Zoo for the May 1st event. However, just for our knowledge, there is some sort of new disease going on with birds and lakes. So no petting zoos right now are coming out to put on any petting zoos if you're near a lake. So just giving you a heads up on that one. And those are all the updates that I got for you.
As far as, let's see. As far as what you need help for, what's this? What's your thoughts on all that?
What do you mean what I need help for?
I mean, do you need help for setting up with are you planning on having any, I mean, we're in between.
Yeah.
Or maybe all, I don't know, for volunteers for the 33,000 eggs.
Yes. So as far as Saturday goes, it's very small. So me and Suzanne will actually just be working the CROA tent for the voting because we'll get to it once we get to the battle. But we'll man that tent. Everybody's going to be able to vote. So we're really okay with that one. I did post a few volunteer positions for the egg hunt specifically. We did already get one filled and I just posted them yesterday. So we will definitely need some assistance with sprinkling them out on the field like we did previous years. Our team will be out here the day before. So on the 3rd, setting up the fields. We're going to do it exactly the same setup since it worked the best for us. Except this time we'll just have 2 sound systems set up. So the only person that has to run back and forth is going to be the DJ to host it, but we'll have 2 sound systems set up over here. But other than that, we should be okay. The glow, I could use maybe some help with like check-in, but it'd just be nice since it's a new event. No, yeah, we're still going to have the Easter Bunny and the setup. So yes, that would be incredible if we can get some assistance with the setup for that.
I know we had talked about doing things for them to do while they're in line.
Mhm.
So my question was, last year, they seem to like the
guessing game.
guessing
Yeah.
games. I don't know if you want to do something different or is any of that.
Yeah, we can definitely still do that. We also have 2 stilt walkers and balloon twisters that are going to stay in here to entertain the line. We have hula hoops that we can bring out too. So a lot of things. The good thing is there's only about a 20-minute kind of standstill between. They're out for 40 minutes at a time. We are bringing in Alexis Mann to do the photography inside with the bunny. And so she's very good at the love and shove is what we like to call it. Just to kind of keep the line moving through and get as many people through as we possibly can. So
You're covered or?
we just need some help with the setup with the bunny room. So that nice little backdrop, our team will take care of bringing in that bench that we typically do, but that setup would be really helpful if we can have that. And if there's anything that you notice, maybe we need something different of, whether it's the backdrop itself or anything, just let me know so we can order some new stuff.
When are you setting that?
That'll be on the 3rd. Mhm.
Review of the event starting at the concert in the park Mardi Gras.
We did have a total of 302 people that came through that night. Finns, as always, did a great job. They quite literally love being here for our events. They have so much fun doing it. I do think what got a little tricky and maybe we had a little bit less of people was also the fact Artisan Park had a trivia night scheduled on the same night that we didn't know. So this year we're working really hard with all of the entities to try and really work around stuff. Obviously, there's only so many days in a year. But I do think that I spoke to a few people at the mask decorating that did say, you know, "Oh, I'm going to Artisan Park, they're doing trivia." So, but other than that, I think the time frame worked pretty well with shortening it a bit as well.
I thought the food was very good. The people I was sitting with liked the options, the menu, and they enjoyed the music. So small little study people.
Did they have any issues because we were looking at slimming down the food options when they provided us the original menus, like large?
Yeah.
Kind of overwhelmed,
Yeah.
but how did they feel with their menu? They were able to serve everybody?
Yeah, yeah. They're really good about the feedback. So even today, so they just recently, yesterday, sent me a menu for the May 1st barbecue event. They want the feedback. So she said, you know, anytime the committee has feedback, if you want to add or take things off, you just let them know and they're happy to do so.
My thoughts were, man, wish we could get a good sound system down there. I thought the music wasn't loud. And I think kind of people started talking. And then you could hear they talking. I just wish the music was louder, which we heard that sound system.
Yeah, so that is something we are currently working on. I actually have a meeting tomorrow with a sound tech, and Dom and all of us have been going back and forth to discuss our best options. So we are looking at kind of putting up permanent fixtures and permanent plugins. And hopefully in the long run, we'll maybe get some sound that goes around kind of the lawn area. So that is currently, that is something we're working on actively.
That down, like every event we have, the lighting and the sound, it's just not there. So I'm really excited to hear that. And I think you guys mentioned possibly speakers behind.
Mhm. Yep.
But I don't know, it just loses some every time. I want to go.
Yeah,
But I've heard they might not, maybe.
It's,
But it's that they're gonna blow.
no, it's just that like the mid-range, it's all like the mid to high vocal stuff. We're not looking for super bass. We're not looking for like, oh, I gotta hear every intonation. It's just it's strictly entertainment sound where we're looking for, can we hear clearly? Can we hear over the noise? And is it able to at least correctly reproduce it? We don't need anything beautiful. Only things that would really help us would be like IP65 rated to make sure they're weatherproof. And it doesn't have to be like you guys are looking at a permanent solution, like, hey, these are gonna hang here and live here. Even if it's something in the back that we can easily deploy, like they give you guys a kit and then it's like, all you have to do is plug and play this stuff, where it's not like you need an advanced engineering degree to get in there. It's like, okay, if we plug this in and we plug this in, just like we do all the rest of the stuff, it would work really well.
Yeah.
And that's what I would kind of harbor with them is
I
like,
say, well, if you are available tomorrow at 11, you can come and meet us at Lakeside.
the worst thing an audio guy wants is a lighting guy. So, can you check tomorrow at 11?
Mhm.
Yes, I can do that. Sorry,
Lakeside.
you meeting with?
Mhm. That's great.
Do you think that having speakers behind are necessary or gear to more front speakers?
I defer to them because it's gonna come down to a rigging where they can safely put it. And if it's gonna have to be a permanent install versus deployed, they may say what you really need is a couple of PA on a stick to reinforce on the sides. And then they wouldn't even need a delay at that point. So it's what's gonna be cost effective. If it is a deployable thing, maybe we could even use those in other areas, but it's just more about, and we'll talk tomorrow, but it is that sound reinforcement.
And I think too, the big, you know, when you're further back and the front people's, it was like you, she kept saying, it's fine. But further back, you can't hear it as, I couldn't understand one single word they said necessarily, unless I really, because the sound just seems to like fade. But then Deb kept saying, no, they were really loud, and then I think it was because I was sort of off to the side towards the back, and the further back, then all I could hear was chitter chatter from people talking And I want the,
One thing that absorbs water or absorbs sound really well is water. So it's also going through all of these water bags to get to you. The other, yeah, that everyone's full of water, right? And so sound gets absorbed through water. The other thing is that the angle is a true wave. So if you're looking dead on and it's shooting through people, it's not gonna have as much of, it'll have more resistance versus if it's at a higher angle. That's why in concerts, we always put the speakers way up and in a curve. So that way it's shooting down to everybody. When we put a ground floor shooting straight out shotgun style, then it's gotta get through everything through that.
I think personally, I think that is gonna make a big difference even as to why people aren't coming. Because I mean, you know, it's not, I don't know, it's not like boom, break, it's just like, it's like more becomes a social offer. Where, and then where people come and some of them don't like it too loud because they want to be able, it's the whole reason they're coming is to talk. But for those who want to come and paying all that money for people to come, and I just think that doing this will be huge. So thank you for reaching out to whomever it is, and thank you for showing up tomorrow and giving your 2 cents on it, because I think it, because Deb and I were having this conversation, I was just, she goes, no, I can hear her. And it's like, we need hearing aids. I don't know.
That's why a solution, instead of, hey, let's just reinforce what's in the front, because we're going to then, the front row is going to get killed.
Yeah.
It's reinforced to the sides, maybe if it's a deployable option to just reinforce instead of push more of the same.
Thank you. Good
Yeah.
job.
Figure it out.
Thanks for doing that. Appreciate that. And I thought the food again, I thought Spins did a fantastic job. I thought their menu was fantastic. I felt bad because I think they expected maybe more people, but if we can just bring that, the lights were great. Everything else, the setup, I thought everything else otherwise was super.
Great.
Just live and learn. And then, okay, father, daughter.
So we had a total of 362 people. I did on here, so we sent out a survey and we only got like 8 responses, but when I say those 8 responses really were informative, I just have a few really good comments that I want to share with you guys and some feedback that was received. No, the first night was 302. Yeah. So somebody said it was so much better than last year. We've been to this event 10 years in a row, and last year was the worst one. This year was a huge improvement. The DJ makes all the difference, way better than a band playing music the kids don't know, and no intermission. The light canopy was great. Vendors were great. Job well done. Somebody else said, amazing job, the best one yet. Candyland theme was so well done and so many wonderful touches. Cotton candy, lemonade, Chick-fil-A, they all loved it. Photo booth, everything. Thank you, a job well done. Then I did ask what type of themes they were interested in seeing for future. Somebody said a luau night. Somebody said ice cream parlor, under the big top, circus, a Western hoedown, which we've done before, 1950s, 60s. They said unicorns and fairies, glitter disco, rock and roll, decades. And then someone actually said, I will leave themes up to the committee. They have made great choices each and every year that the kids enjoy. So great job for you guys.
So that was fun.
That was just one person. It was just one.
Ironically enough, to have children got feedback on that one, and it was one of those that was polarizing. It was either people absolutely.
Yeah.
loved it, that was the best, or people were like, what are you doing? Who's in charge?
The only, and when I say only negative feedback that was received, and it wasn't really negative, but some people thought that the lemonade was way too big. They thought it was too sugary and big for them. A lot of people did say, get rid of freeze dance. So that was a really big negative thing that happened at the end of the night. Only because there were so many kids and it took forever and it like was a buzzkill for the ending.
Yes.
So that was the only bad thing that happened there. And then somebody did say that they missed the paper tickets. We were just trying in a different way to save paper, but that is something that's momentous that a lot of people like to keep. So we'll probably end up bringing that back. But as you can see, a lot of really good comments in there. A lot of people said that they loved having the DJ and that I think he did a great job getting out into the crowd and he spent more time out on the floor than he did on the stage, which was nice as well. The dad dance off was a huge hit too. The kids loved that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. What'd you think?
I didn't go, but it's a really interesting take that those little mementos that you guys do for it are the things that, you know, the moms love after it, the little keepsakes. So my only note would be like, I think that that's a really good idea to kind of keep up with. And if it is okay, we're making a little paper ticket and a couple of other things that they take home with them as keepsakes. Like, I think that is really great. Even if, you know, saving money from the band and then going DJ saves us a couple of grand, we can kind of repurpose that money into
Yeah, it's true.
those keepsakes.
Absolutely.
I loved all the decorations. I think it turned out so well. And everything I agree. I'm happy that a few people responded to the survey were very positive. I was doing the scavenger hunt and the kids will love the scavenger hunt and they, you know, do it with their dads. A couple of them had trouble, with the way it was, they had to de-scramble the word.
Mm.
Like they kept coming back. And a lot of kids smiling off.
Yeah.
Setting it up where they don't, it doesn't puzzle, they don't have to
Mhm.
scramble like they would with kids, just because they were all like, what's this supposed to say? I ended up telling them.
Yeah.
That's
That's fair.
Love a scavenger hunt.
Mhm.
So I think those are still very apropos for this kind of event. I was gonna mention the freeze dance was taking a long time at the end, and then he switched to Simon Says. And then he was like,
We were just like, how can we get through this?
I agree, it's pretty much the same thing. I definitely agree with this. I would say they love the tattoo things. They love them. And some of the dads are like, I don't know about this. Definitely have to have individual, easier somehow applying them to them, because that was kind of difficult. But bigger and singular. Not to have to cut them off. Nikki did a great job for hours and hours and hours. I agree with the drinks were too big. I had never in a million years thought those would be that big.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can do. I thought, I'll tell you what, thank you, last minute. We gotta make sure we use them again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was absolutely the most elegant, beautiful chocolate thing I've ever presentation. From the beginning to the end with the lights and how it was staged. We gotta use them again.
Yeah, they're great.
Something that chocolate, but it wasn't. Who was it? Do you know?
There's a company in Clearwater.
Clearwater, yeah, they drove up.
And I think they,
Yeah.
I actually, she was thinking they were gonna be busier, I think, but there was a line there all night.
yeah, and I think, I wrote them a note. We just said, thank you. I have never seen anything presented so well. Well done. Not sure what it cost, but I'll tell you. Well done. And
We didn't go over budgets.
Yeah, it
Good.
was bad.
That's all that matters.
I mean, it's just like, you wish they had a bunch of cards and just hand them off. I mean, I, you know, things are done well, but that was above and beyond. And then to get them on short notice and they almost weren't gonna do it or whatever, they told us, whatever. Excellent job. But I think the, lemonade, again, the execution of that, beautiful, fantastic, just too big.
Yeah.
They've gone through, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Been fine. And all the other things, I think, the only thing, and I think you know what I would say is about the elephant. And,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, pink and pastel, in comes this giant, clumsy looking red tent. And so we could use our pretty simple cloth, so, you know,
Yeah.
I assumed they liked the food. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody, it's Chick-fil-A. I mean, everybody was like, we thought that was the best choice.
Yeah.
That was a lot of the feedback too, was it was the best choice was Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, and I just think that, again, if we would have liked it better if we could have introduced our own setup and whatever, because it kind of just hits you in the face. If it would have been pink, it would have been perfect. But,
Do they require that you use their branding?
No, but they were promised it.
Okay. Because every place I've been, they have those big flags.
Yeah,
Yes. so-
they did remove the flags,
Yeah.
thankfully. We asked to remove the flags.
That's then it comes across looking more like a show.
Yeah.
Than an event.
Mhm.
But I know people love Chick-fil-A and it's the simplest thing for, you know, family.
Yeah.
we were originally supposed to have box lunch things, and then we were gonna serve them ourselves. and Something got changed in the mix. But otherwise, I mean, the product was good, so I agree. I think it was a fun, it was beautiful. Again, those lights, just those lights above are just golden, so beautiful. And the pop-up ones, again, such a big
Yeah.
fan of those changing colors. So, and the Mr. Bubbles did a great job too, so. Glad to hear that we got good feedback. Hey, anybody else? Carla? You were at the concert.
Yeah, I liked the concert. It was good. I was next to the dance floor, so I had open space. So it was, I mean, I don't really think we had it with this concert, but sometimes at a concert, the music is louder than the vocals. I don't think that was the case here, but just when you're doing sound stuff like that drives me nuts.
Mhm.
You can hear the band, but you can't hear the words.
Yeah.
That did two musicians.
Yeah, the only thing wasn't he supposed to sing more? He only sang 2 songs.
Yeah, they do it. It's like, that's how they get away with it, is saying when it features somebody, then they don't have to promise you how many. Oh, no, they didn't give me a number. They just said they would pull them in for a few.
I thought he was good as I'm like, he only sang 2 songs. But that was it. I thought it was good. I had no complaints from my kids. The only thing was, at the end, my husband went up and got the food and didn't know the number of our table. So they gave him a number, 11.
Hmm.
We didn't get our food. He goes up, when we're cleaning up the tables afterwards, table 11 had my food because we had the number 11.
Oh.
My food was sitting there. Nobody touched it. Nobody sat at the table.
Oh, that's great feedback.
Impressive that nobody like.
That's good. So we've asked them, which would they prefer? Do they want to use their own?
Right. I'll find out.
Too, didn't they?
No, they just made the menus. So they make the menus for us.
Just ask which one they-
Yeah, of how they prefer to do the table numbers.
Okay, then we're moving on. If there's nobody else, is anything else? And we're moving on to that with the trucks on March 14th.
Yeah, this Saturday, we have a record-breaking number of trucks. We have a total of 19. We've never had 19 before. We'll have DJ Bubbles here to host it. All the trucks have agreed to actually prepare a smaller version of their best dish for a smaller price. Some even want to hand out some free samples to attract more of an audience to purchase from their truck, which is great. There is going to be a first, second, and third place overall winner. There are no judges that anybody's bringing in to judge. Everybody gets to cast a vote on the winner. So we're going to be offering, we have a 30th anniversary medal, and on the back it says Battle of the Food Trucks, first place winner, second place, third place. And then on top of that, they're all going to get, so first place will get a $100 Visa gift card. The second will get a $75 Visa gift card, and the third place will get a $50 Visa gift card. CROA again will man that tent. So myself and Suzanne will be sitting there, and we have a green voting box. We'll have the paper and pens, and it's based off of everything. So food, the look of the truck, the friendliness of the staff, literally an overall just kind of encompassing theme. So, we're really excited about this one, and so are the trucks.
Because last year they had the three judges,
Yeah.
three judges and they all brought stuff.
Mhm.
So this time that's gonna be a little more dependent on just the crowds voting.
Correct.
So if like two trucks get all the people, those two trucks are more likely to win. Because I'm not just trying
Yeah.
to see any possible issues. There were a couple of trucks who kind of came over and they didn't buy votes, but they were, pushing
Yeah.
their product.
Yeah.
So that could impact it without the other judges, but just.
The good part is to the smaller dishes and the smaller portions is really going to be helpful, I think. And that's what I was pushing to all the trucks too, when they were registering of, saying you are going to get, even if it's a truck that maybe not as many people buy from, but if you have that smaller portion size, you're probably going to make more off that portion size than you would if, 4 people visited your tent.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And again, it's the first one. It's a trial. We'll see what works, what doesn't work, so that we can fix it for the next one. Because I think the next one is July 11th, and we're looking at kind of theming it in the sense of like all American food truck battle, to where everybody has to make some sort of like a burger dish, and they vote based off of that. So lots of fun different ways to try it.
The fact that we've notified them, hey, it's the structure of how it's going to be voted, I think assists in that.
Yeah.
No one knows going into, or everyone knows going into it, no one doesn't know that, hey, this is how it's set up. So
Right.
if anything, at least they've been notified of it. Again, we can fall back on, hey, trial and error.
Yeah.
We can approach it next time differently. But
Absolutely.
I like the theming of them, because that's, instead of just, oh, we're doing Battle of Food Trucks again, it's like, hey, we do movie night a lot, but there's different movies. So because we're doing these quarterly, correct?
Yeah. So there'll be 4 this year.
So I like theming it.
What are the vendors, the food trucks, like,
Give me the list.
Yeah.
I know, I'm pretty sure Michelle actually just told me there is, here we go. So we have Tarantini Pizza. Oh, here we go. We've got, so the most that I've booked of like the same one was 2, and it's only when it's 2 different styles of things. So there might be 2 pizza trucks, but one is, deep dish Chicago style, and one is like wood fire, whatever they call that. We've got like a bao bun one, which is pretty fun. A lot of these are brand new to Celebration. There's only about a handful, maybe 5 of these that have been here. The Let's Make It Saucy, they actually just sold at Porch and Yard Sale, and they were a huge hit. So they do a lot of breakfast and brunch, but then they have a second business out of the same truck that's a lot more geared towards the lunch dinner portions too. Hungry Manatee is going to come back just to do the focus on the drink portion of this, to hit that aspect with the demographic. Yeah, so we've got arepas, we've got burgers, wings. There's pretty much everything that you can think of on this list, which is nice as well. So we'll see. So before we get into the actual kind of proposals that I sent to you guys, we have 2 of them. One is for Entertainment Central. They have a country jukebox band. So they run on the 4,500 for 6 pieces, including the sound system. And then this Sunglasses at Night music, they actually reached out last year. They perform as a father-daughter duo at Imperium of just them 2, but they have a whole band that comes along with them. And this one's nice. The 3-hour event would only cost $2,000, and that includes turnkey price for everything. So I'll have the videos here in just a second that I will play for you guys. I did get a quote for a line dancer for the in-between. It is for just one person. It's a little pricey. It's costing $1,250 for one line dance person to come out every like 30 minutes to do. So as far as food goes, Finn does one in. They did send me a menu for this that I'll bring up in just a second. I did book a live s'mores. So she brings her own fire pit and it's gonna, we paid for 200. So the first, 200 residents will get to do it for free. Marshmallows, chocolate, the graham crackers, the whole thing. Jess's Lemonade will come on site with the lemonade and sweet tea and unsweet tea, all that good stuff. So I really want to discuss we'll go through these proposals and then we can go through what activities we really see being done at this event specifically. So. This one's obviously way more towards that country line. I know we were kind of teetering between the two, so I wanted to find two that were completely different from each other. So this, when it comes to line dancing, this would be the type of band that you're kind of looking for that kind of thing. This other one. Go. Hold, please. I guess I exited out on accident. There you go.
Take it easy. Don't stop. Tell you go, they make me shake it down. I'm breaking down. Come on, give it.
I know her voice sounds way better than his does. Yeah. And again, if the thing that we need to figure out here is the direction that you're trying to portray. Because if you're trying to do a country barbecue, this is the type of stuff everybody's going to be expecting is country. Or you have to go in the opposite route where it's like the first one that I presented with Michael Evans and it's like the country rock. So that's the issue here. Yes. So which way are you teetering? Yeah, she definitely has a little bit more energy than that.
That's their video they're sending for Fest Street. And there's some words in it, so, then I like this one better myself.
We can keep digging. You don't have to take either one. These are just more that I'm throwing at you because right now, the type of music for this kind of stuff, they all sound like this. So.
Can you Google something if I can read the name of it?
Sure.
Soul Circus Cowboy. Oh.
You setting me up here?
Yeah, this is a work computer, don't we?
Is it this one right here?
Yeah, that's, this would be a fine one, there's, oh, they have, what's their songs or something, what's that?
You're the greatest country on the face of the earth. The home of the brave in the land of free. And now young men and women shed the blood around. Trying to get the best for you and me.
Looking at it. Okay, we all know this song. There we go.
This is the bariatric gelatin bedtime recipe that took me from 190.
That's the one.
Simple, has zero side effects.
I was free, stuck in the holler. Still hear the song, some fiddles.
They're not
swing.
Oh, they're booked.
They're already booked. I just saw, they're in St. Petersburg that night. Sorry.
What I was gonna say, I saw them, I saw Denim, and I saw Justin Lynch. Now we don't really want to.
Dustin Lynch, yeah, he's real popular.
But they're with, Music Garden band. They must have 100, 200 people to choose from. And yes, they are national, but these also are in Florida, Tennessee, Alabama area, but they come to Orlando. That's it. Yeah, so if you scroll down, you see, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I mean, maybe it's not there. Okay, but somewhere on there that you can see they have, oh, but Debbie was saying, which actually was funny that I remembered that. But what did you say? What were you saying? Some kind of natural for the other event,
Tribute band.
Tribute band? No, not tribute,
Cover band,
I'm sorry,
cover.
cover band. Yeah, so they are, you know, more expensive,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, what I mean, it's more expensive. But they do have, he's like that Dustin Lynch, I've never heard before, but he's like that.
Yes, they're popular.
You know, he's, you know.
He's a popular
Very
country
well-known
music
country
artist.
singer.
Okay, he's cute too. I don't know, but so I was saying is that perhaps we, you know, if we have the fun.
I was gonna say, for that big, no.
Go in there and, I mean, they have so many of them, and I thought that Soul Circus Cowboys, I like this tone of them.
Yeah,
But there's another guy, I don't know if it's you now, but there was another one that they sing a little bit of everything.
It's country rock and Motown.
Country, Michael Jackson, they do the Motown, they do a bunch of everything, so again, I don't know, I just happened to come across it, there's nothing about them, but they do. perform
Those people?
in Orlando. Right, no, I don't know. So you have to find something you can put in what your date is, and then they'll tell you who's available at that time. So I know we're a little short on time, but you've already heard about it, so.
well, the good thing is it gives more of direction. So you do want the country rock style. You do not want country.
I think it'll be more popular than
Understand with the patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think about
I agree with that.
And if we have a new sound system too, that would also. So just with that mindset. So with that mindset, with what you were talking about, Allison, as far as, you know, what type of country, I would think if, it would be kind of fun if we themed it, like, you know, like we do the father-daughter dance with the whatever. But to theme it and call it, well, what we did one for the foundation, we did boots, bow tie and bling, okay, and we had the cuffs, and we had we at one time we were going to do something for the kids, we were going to do the mother-son dance country thing, we never did do it. But, you know, again, you're still guy, but, like that, and then, different ideas and options for that, but, that we did for the foundation, we did it in a black and white with spots of red, this was 100 years ago. But then we went in the mirror to get, we did it black and white, basically, it was kind of cool, because we were able to afford black and white cowboy hats, they were kind of plastic, and we put them on every seat.
Yeah.
And it was just one of they were very cheap, they were like 10 cents a piece or whatever, I mean, they're kind of disposable, but if somebody comes and doesn't have one, and wants to wear one, they
Mhm.
want to dance, do their line dancing, so I was just thinking that one of the thoughts, if we did, the backyard barbecue, the, barn dash bash, you know, barn dash bash, country chic, backyard barbecue and brews, if we were to use one of the breweries. So I was just thinking if there was somehow, when we pick whoever, that we can sort of come up with to theme it sort of things and bring it together, because my thought is for the Aloha thing, I think was always kind of unique and spectacular.
Mhm.
So if we change it just to try to make it,
I know exactly what you're saying. Yep, I completely agree with you.
One I may have seen too was Denim and Diamonds.
Mhm.
It's like, you know.
I think we even done
I
our
think that was their
father-daughter
father-daughter
dance.
dance. That's what started the thing.
Mhm.
but, yeah, so you get,
Yep, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I remember we did denim and rhinestones to our one with Carrie. Couple of things. Sounds like we don't want to do traditional country and western for a band. We want to move more into like a pop country cover band. With that, I'd recommend finding somebody that's a male and a female singer, because if you get a male singer, you cut out half the country song it wants to hear.
Yeah.
If you get a male, you're gonna cut out half the ones. If you get a male and a female, then they can also do your duet bands, they can do your big towns, your Brooks and Duns, your whatnots. So I think honestly, finding someone like that one that's a male and female who maybe are one of those that, I hate to say, we dress up for the night cover bands, where they don't have to be, like, we specifically are a country cover band. Maybe it's one of those that you can use a service like that to find hey, you know, learn these songs, make them good enough for what we need, sort of thing. And then the only thing I recommend is finding like a duo, because it helps so much with country.
Mhm.
Like it is.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Male,
Mhm.
sing everything, or
That's true.
female, sing
Right.
everything. You know, and the perfect example was like, right there, we heard, you know, 3 different songs, 2 of them. So,
Mhm.
you know, it helps that kind of with everybody. Theming it's great. Country's easy because you can go like straight down the middle, right on the nose. It's one of those that nothing's a hat on a hat. Anything that you throw a wagon wheel out, it works with pop country, it works with cool country. So whatever theming you have, focus on like 1 or 2 things that define that theme, and everything else can kind of work around.
Mhm.
You don't have to like be like, oh, crud, everything's gotta be
Right.
denim and rhinestones or whatever it happens to be. Like, you know, get the tablecloth to be a denim sort of thing, and then everything else can work that country theme around it.
Love that.
You know, with time and money and production value being the constraints that
Yeah.
you'll.
Right. Great points.
anybody else?
Oh, one other thing, it's not an entertainment proposal. Baked potatoes work great for country events because barbecue baked potato works for vegans, it works for vegetarians, it works for celiacs, so that's just a great one.
Yeah.
For Finch.
Three Rivers had it, barbecue rivers. I'm not saying go Three Rivers, I'm saying a barbecue what? What was it called? I mean, a baked potato.
Oh, baked potato bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, okay.
My wife's got celiac and she's a vegetarian, all of that stuff, she gets all of them, and that's like baked potato.
And I bet Finn's could do that for us.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so if we look at this and you're like, I don't think that sounds great on the menu, or we should add in there, I will definitely give her the notes back. But this is just kind of what she came up with first. So we can look through this, and if there's something else, I already mentioned, she accidentally left out the cheaper bottled water option. So she's gonna put that back on there already, but she wanted to wait until we gave further feedback.
She said,
Oh,
Thank you.
They love when sausage stew. They like that hummus. That sweet barn.
Shouldn't.
They're chicken tenders.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot dog and fries, you're good.
Just
You know, I
potato.
think.
Yep.
It's over that, baked potatoes, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe take off, would you take off one of the entrees? And do that?
I mean, it could almost just be a side, like,
Yeah.
or, you know, it doesn't have to be a big, giant, big potato that
Right, yeah.
make,
Appetizer?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's, they have signs on the bottom,
Yeah. it's a
Mhm.
month there.
just have the,
Yeah, the baked beans.
add it to the sides.
Maybe it's a potato salad.
Yeah, potato salad, strike the
Yeah.
fries, and then maybe just go with a baked potato, so it's something more of a side that's had substance.
mm-hmm,
Because they're pretty full on with their entrees without making it
Yeah.
a whole baked potato bar, and that's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think they put their baked potatoes on the chicken fingers. I don't know, do they have baked potatoes? French fries. I mean, French.
I was like, huh, weird.
But the fries are very, very good. People are going back.
No, I wouldn't, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe have them get rid of the potato salad,
That's-
do the baked potatoes
That's always.
with, you know, toppings.
That's how everybody always kind of is afraid of the potato salad.
Yeah.
But maybe they're like, hey, we can just bring it all. you know,
Yeah.
Because they've done that before us too, they can like, no,
It's only one more thing.
yeah, country cook, you just keep it warm and not.
Yeah. And what's really helpful for us for this specifically, when we use fins, it doesn't cost us anything to put out. So that was like the hardest part, I think, of our previous years, was us having to put out all this money and not being guaranteed to make it back. So this way they handle it. And now that subsidy budget line that we have for food, now we can add that to something else essentially. It's peach cobbler.
I mean, that's not that.
Do they have any like drinks?
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, just like the,
They're doing the small.
yeah, and then they make their own.
No, you're,
Yeah.
Yes. Looks good.
yeah, they're adding water. That way.
They're adding it for $3, the cheap water.
Do you want us to vote on that now? Just adding the baked potato, taking the potato salad off?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Make a motion to approve line, the potato salad, add the baked potato and toppings.
Second that.
All in favor?
Wonderful. And then as far as activities go, just some small ideas that I had. If you wanted to do the cowboy hat decorating, you can. Or it could just be like Dory was saying, where it's just already there, or if they wanted to kind of decorate their own, you could do it that way. This one's a bit of a stretch, but I've seen it before and it's hilarious. Have you heard of hobby horse racing?
Yeah.
It's funny. They could make their own technically. It could be a craft if you wanted it that way. Or if you wanted to break it up instead of it just being music and you wanted some sort of activity that's interactive, you could.
Like a three-legged race.
You just have like the little hobby horse and it's like technically in videos, they hop over things, but we wouldn't do that part of it, but it would just be kind of funny to see people parading around in their little hobby horses. But, what other kind of activities can we throw out there that you'd want to do?
We do, I know we looked at this years ago for the other son thing was to do, since we. Aloha had the fire dancers and
Mm-hmm.
hula dancers or whatever, do like a you know, a rodeo.
Oh, the lasso.
Trick, rope, person.
Yeah.
Like.
We also said that in the intermission period,
Mm-hmm.
to do, since the food's on site, to do like a comedian type person.
Mm-hmm.
That's family friendly, like Nate Bargatze would be great.
Yeah.
These are operating budget for celebration.
Yeah. We also talked about like the mechanical bull thing, is that like?
So I did look into that. That insurance, yes, it is 1,500, but insurance wise,
I'd say 15,000.
oh no, it's only 1,500. But the regular mechanical bull is already booked on May 1st anyways. But that, I mean, if somebody gets hurt off that or gets sick after eating all that food that we just looked at, Crow will be, because they're gonna have to deal with the waivers and then we have to deal with our waiver, so.
Is it the same with, like the hay rides or something?
No, because that's not, yeah, we could technically go in that route if that's something that you want to look into.
I think I brought it before, but I don't think Fuller would approve that at all because of what happened.
At the last,
That year, the riding reindeer.
yeah, one of the little kids got
I
hurt.
don't think.
Did you say that before?
I thought it
Yeah,
did.
the Brian
Yeah.
It's
Ah.
Planned it.
851.
Oh, you're talking about for the actual mechanical bull. Yeah, no, we're not doing a mechanical
Yeah,
bull.
they went ballistic.
Oh, I bet.
It wouldn't be a country party without carnival.
Yeah,
We take our celebration. carnival,
yes, we can.
Put a decal on it, that says country, whatever matches
Mm-hmm,
what we're doing, it's an easy one.
that's an easy one.
You can do there's the calf roping demonstration.
I knew you just sparked that.
Yeah, where they like come out and it's the whole thing. They may be able to say, hey, it's good advertisement for you. Technically, we don't have cowboys in town, but girls. But it could be one of those where for a small cost, they come out and we can play with their toys. That's another good one. I do like the idea of square dancing. It doesn't fit more with the pop sort of thing.
Yeah.
But if we have like, they don't have to dress up, but again, it's other entertainers who can come, who then can be themed that way. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, hey, let's find a stoke worker and put a cowboy hat on them. But there's something that can be themed towards that, like face painter who can do cowboy paint or something like that. Or a, artist who does portraits who can do them with you wearing a cowboy hat, something like that. It's easy to theme to what we're doing, but kind of still in a wheelhouse of what we know.
What about asking people to like dress country, country western? We've had contests, I've seen best country shirt, and those can get really fun. If people wear something popular, I don't know, people like.
We had at one of the sheriff events that people just were fascinated by. I think there was a foundation too. It was comedian slash magician. And he would go around. He'd go around, even before, during, or whatever. He was really good.
Yeah. And but I knew somebody who did that. He used to roam.
Warm the crowd.
Like, yeah, he was like a roaming magician.
Yeah.
We do that at Mother. For the Christmas dance, I think they have a mess.
Yeah, we did it.
We could do even like old time photos,
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah,
I think that.
Yeah.
Dress up.
yeah,
Take a picture of all your friends.
yeah.
That's because they always have the old time for, the Western dress for the women and the hat.
That's funny. I like that a lot.
You take memento to, that's great.
People love that.
Okay, well, these are all fantastic ideas. So again, even if like you come up with something like later or whatever, just shoot it over and we can take a look at it. I'll do some more digging on all of these things, but it definitely gives a better direction and I feel comfortable with where we stand in the sense of what this event is going to turn out to be. So that is incredibly helpful.
Is that something Sal, the musician you get around with, Sal, the outlet like music garden bands that says, chop sound, but it's, I mean, if you go on your online and you pick, do they have entertainment?
I don't know who you're talking about.
For what? Who are you talking? Orlando. It's an Orlando based place. they have all kinds of entertainment, but usually music, I never looked for entertainers.
Oh, you mean like group, like entertainment specific, like
Yeah.
talent agencies? Yes, they do have a bunch of everything. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can look into that for sure.
Now, is there anything you're gonna need, because we're in between from when the new committee.
I know.
From when we're not, because the next time we have a meeting, this will be like 2 weeks away, so.
So I would highly recommend if we're still missing a few things, an emergency meeting may need to occur to get this stuff approved. Because my fear is if you wait till April, it's too late to
It's too
act.
late. So I'll shoot over